One of the biggest questions that I get time and time again on the Thyroid School Facebook page is how to reverse antibodies. And it's actually really simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And it was actually the first thing that I did in my own journey of thyroid disease. I'm still on medication, but I was able to reverse my antibodies in a straightforward manner once I understood what was going on. So let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, if you don't know if you have autoimmune disease, then that's a question you need to ask your doctor to write you a blood test so that you can find out. They generally don't do that automatically for us because they cannot treat us any differently. They do not have some other magical pill to give us if we have autoimmune disease, particularly if it's Hashimoto's. If it's Graves' disease, yes, they get onto that pretty quickly because that's more dangerous to the body if it's left unchecked. But with Hashimoto's, so hypothyroidism, you're putting on weight, you're sluggish, that kind of thing, they tend not to run that test because they can only give you thyroxine. That's it. So them as a business, and they've got bosses as well, they will not run that test because that costs more money. And they have got people above them telling them what they can and can't do as well. We tend to put it all on the doctors, but they've actually got people above them that are, reining them in as well. So if we think we have autoimmune disease, and to be fair, 90% of thyroid disease is caused by autoimmune disease, it's actually really rare to have primary hypothyroidism or primary hyperthyroidism or that kind of thing. Most of us has a disease that is caused by our immune system attacking our thyroid, because hyperthyroidism or Graves' disease is the autoimmune version of hyperthyroidism. That can become very dangerous. Everything's running fast. You're losing weight quickly. Your heart's beating very fast. That is dangerous to the body. So therefore, they will check on that and they will keep checking on that and they won't stop. That side of things, they won't muck around. But if you have Hashimoto's, absolutely, they're like, nah, we don't really need to worry about it. Let's just get your TSH into normal level. That's kind of their job. When we have autoimmune disease, what we have to do is calm the immune system. Unfortunately, there are so many herbs out there and things like that. Like, have you heard in winter? Take your echinacea, boost your immune system. If you've got autoimmune disease, you really don't want to be boosting your immune system. That's like giving red lollies to a kid with ADHD and say, off you go. It's good for you. They'll run around like a madman, right? Same thing with our immune system. We do not want to do anything that is triggering our immune system or boosting it. And I know a lot of people think, oh, no, but we need to boost for it to come out. But yes, that's what's happening. It's coming out, and anything it's finding, it's going to attack even stronger. What we need to do is calm the immune system. How do we do that? By removing the things that it's attacking. That's what's actually going on with autoimmune disease and antibodies. You've got things in your body that you are putting on your body, that you are putting in your body, that you are breathing in, that's in your surroundings, your environment, your stress levels, all of it contributes to something going on in our body that our immune system thinks it needs to attack. The thyroid is collateral damage. So with any autoimmune disease, the organ that you've got the genetic weakness for, we all have genetic weaknesses for certain organs. Some people it's the pancreas, some people it's the joints, some people it's, tendons, muscles, whatever it is. That's what's going to be attacked mostly in your case of autoimmune disease. So lots of different things hide in lots of different organs for different reasons. So with thyroid disease, it's really common for heavy metals to hide in the thyroid, chemicals to hide in the thyroid, and viruses to hide in the thyroid. They're the most common ones that will have your antibodies from your immune system going after those things that are hidden in your thyroid, trying to get to them, but the thyroid tissue is collateral damage while that's happening. So once you understand that that's what's happening, the immune system is actually just going after whatever's hidden in your thyroid, that's when you start to understand, like, oh, we need to get rid of that stuff or not ingest that stuff or not put that stuff on our body to calm our immune system down. Simple, just not easy. So it's doing things like not eating foods that cause you problems. That's not an easy journey to figure out. But with thyroid issues, it's the basics. Remove dairy, remove gluten, remove processed foods, remove seed oils. They're like the top ones that straight away. That might be enough for you. If you've had Epstein-Barr virus or, all these other kinds of viruses that can hide in the thyroid, then it's doing things like taking myrrh is a really good herb for killing viruses. It won't happen quickly because viruses hide in organs. They wait for the host to get run down, sick, unwell, overly stressed, then it comes out and takes over again. Okay, that's why when we're stressed or we've got something going on in our lives, we feel worse if you've got thyroid disease because things are starting to go, oh, she's not doing so well. Now's our chance. Anything that we can do to calm our immune system by removing the things that our immune system is going after is going to help us feel better and it's going to reverse the antibodies. It's not going to be easy because our life is filled with stress and cortisol and convenience foods. And, I say all the time, convenience is what's killing us. And it is slowly, but surely it is killing us. First, we need to locate the things in our body or that we've got in our environment that we're putting on our body that is causing the problems that's making our immune system go after it. If you've got an autoimmune disease and 90% chance that you have, even if you haven't been tested for it, then that is our way forward to begin with. Unfortunately, everyone focuses on the thyroid and what can we do with the thyroid? Let's get some iodine for the thyroid. It's not the thyroid, it's the immune system. It's really simple, just not easy. So I encourage you to look at what's around you. Look at what you're doing every day that causes problems in the body that's not meant to be there. Perfume, perfect example. My husband and I went on a walk this morning and we walked past a group of people having photos outside their workplace as a group. And we could smell the perfume 100 meters down the track. Now, that was because that perfume had gone up in our nostrils and it was sitting there just walking past it. Perfumes is one of the biggest culprits because it's full of chemicals to make it smell so great. Nails, all of that kind of thing. It's all chemicals. Dyeing your hair. It's one of the reasons I stopped dyeing my hair. Chemicals. Your body needs to fight off those chemicals and know what to do with them. So sit down and write down all the things in your world that you're putting on your body, in your mouth, that probably your great grandmother, depending on your age, did not do. Okay, we're getting sicker because we've got more options and more availabilities to these chemicals, and they're being made to seem perfectly okay to eat, drink, consume, wear, and they're not. That's why we're all getting sicker. That's the starting point. Sit down. What are the things around you that none of us are idiots, you're using for convenience that you could probably take away and simplify things for your body to have a chance to not have that immune system coming on the attack every time you eat it, consume it, wear it. Then you get deeper. Once you get through that, and for me, it was a progressive thing. As I went past, I started with the little low-hanging fruit, the easy things, okay, let's stop eating gluten. Let's stop wearing that really expensive skincare that I purchased that cost me a fortune anyway. And let's stop wearing that. And there were a few things that it was the starting point. And I just progressed and added things to it. Once I nailed one thing, I nailed the next thing. And it took, let's see, I only stopped dyeing my hair 2 years ago and I've had thyroid disease since I was 21. I turned 55 next birthday. So it takes a long time. And if you're a thyroid person, likely you've been grey since a really young age. I've been grey since I was 30. So I've been dyeing my hair all that time. So it takes time. Not everything you're going to be able to give up and get past. But you do know in your heart of hearts what you should and shouldn't be doing. It's just then getting past emotionally when you're ready to do that, give it up, not eat it anymore, whatever the thing is. Once you've gotten through all the basics and the things that you've got control over, then you look deeper. Is there mold in your house that's making you sick? Is there mold that's attacking things that is unseen? You know, that kind of stuff is more insidious and deeper to find. But we don't need to go to that big, deep step where we think we need a diagnosis before anything can happen. Most of what's bothering us, most of what's making us feel bad is the stuff that we consume every day, that we put on our skin every day, that we smell every day. That's the stuff. That's the starting point. That's the easy, low hanging fruit. Let me know in the comments below. What do you know you can give up? And it might be a little bit of a stretch, but you know it's not good for your thyroid health. And you feel worse when you wear it, put it on, whatever. Let me know and let's talk about it.
Artlist.io